So hari ni kita akan belajar Power Automate. So today we will learn Power Automate. So thank you so much everyone for sacrificing your Sunday and attending this session virtually. So today's session what we'll cover is Power Automate. So let's get started. So the course that you registered and you attended is Power Automate. So what is Power Automate? Basically it's automating a task. Okay, automating a task. It could be a repetitive task. Okay, something that you have been doing manually, repeating or performing manually, like you have a weekly task, a routine task. So Power Automate will automate the task. That means with just one click, or even when you save the file or you put the file in a different folder, it will automatically change as well. So I need to show you how Power automate a task. Okay, so for example, now I have an assignment. Okay, I have an assignment whereby, contohnya, bila saya terima email, just say, I work as an accountant. So when I work as an accountant, what normally I do is, I will receive email from other department. So the other department, they can send me the sales report, the expenses report, the reconciliation report, bank statement. It could be thousands of things. Okay, so I receive email from other department and I will actually download the attached file in a particular folder. So I work as an accountant, I receive email from other department and I need to download the attached file in a particular folder. So instead of me going to the email and downloading the attachment, save as, automatically what happens is whenever the email received from a particular sender, it will automatically save the file in the folder. So now let's get started. So now what I'm going to do is I want to show you what is Power Automate. So now what you're looking right now is this is Microsoft Power Automate. So you need to actually go, there are two types. Either you go to Power Automate Desktop or you can actually go to Power Automate Web-based. Okay, so this is the web-based. I'll show you later in depth, but now let me just create a flow. So I'm going to create a flow over here. So bila saya tekan create flow kat sini, so we have several types like automating, cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduling, and even you can use AI to build it for you as well. There are many things. But now let me show you a simple flow. Automating cloud flow. So bila saya tekan kat sini, when I click over here, of course you will see a kotak will appear, a box will appear. So over here what we have is a flow name. So you can actually put any random name you want, but bear in mind, you need to have at least 3 characters. So what I want to do is, maybe I say receive email, that is my job lah. You want to make a short name also can, or you want to make any random name also can, but I just want to put the flow name, receive email and save file. That means the moment I receive the email, I will terus save the file in the desktop or terus save the file in the OneDrive. Okay, so now what will be my first trigger point? My first trigger point is when the email has been arrived. So whenever the email has been arrived, that is my first starting point. So since I'm using Outlook 365, so I'm going to just select this and I'm going to create this. Once I create this, what you will notice is when a new email arrives. So whenever an email does sampai or arrive in my inbox, then what is the next step? So I need to just click over here to do the editing. So we have about 9 parameters. So this is where we need to do the editing. So what I'm going to do is I want to click show all. So they will have the to, CC and from and so on. So what I want to do is I want to write who is the sender. So I'm going to type this email. Okay, so if just say you receive from other department, you can type the particular department email. I want to put that this particular email. Okay, so this is the sender that will send me the OPEX, the revenue and so on. Then include attachment. Should the response trigger include attachment? That means, what is my intention? I receive the email and then I save the file in a particular folder. So that's why I need the attachment. So include the attachment. Meaning to say, the attachment is the trigger point. Whenever there is an attachment, automatically it will save in the folder. And then the next thing is, yes, the only emails with attachment. So yes is the answer. And then what is the subject name? Okay, so the subject name, maybe in this case, I want to put, maybe let me think, what name should I put? Maybe I put budget. Okay, so we do have a budget report. So we put budget name over here. So kita ada yes for attachment, only for attachment, and the name of the subject is budget. It's the filter. That means whenever if it has the word budget, it will pop up. So now this is my first action, the trigger point. Next thing is, what I want to do is, I want to create a file. That means whenever the email has arrived, I want the attachment to save in a particular folder. So I'm going to click the new action over here. They will ask me, what is your new action? I want to say create the file, meaning to say I want to actually create in the file in OneDrive Business. So if you see here, we have Microsoft Team, we have SharePoint. I want to save in the OneDrive folder. So I click it over here. So once I click it over here, they will ask me, okay, which folder you want to save. So I'm going to click this folder over here. Over here, we do have root. So that means they want to know where is the folder. Because just say when I go to my folder over here, so here we do have this OneDrive folders. It depending on different companies, they have different folders, different work related or different folders and so on. So I want to save in the folder of save from email. So whenever I get the email, it automatically pop out over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to click the folder which is over here. And what's my folder name? Save from email. You can put any name. Alright. So save from email. And then what will be my file name? So in file name, what you can do is, if you see here, press backslash to insert dynamic value. What you need to do is, you just press the backslash, and then of course over here we have insert dynamic content. We can also insert expression. Insert expression is something like coding. You need to type it out. But I want very simple, so insert dynamic content. Once I click insert dynamic content, so of course our previous action is when a new email arrives. So I need to click over here. So what is this? They're asking what is the name of the file you want to save. So I want to save as the attachment name. So the name is attachment name. So which I just click it over here. Okay. So this is the file. Wait, let me just close this. Okay. So this is the file. And then what I want to do is, wait, let me just remove this. Right click and delete. Okay. So go here plus. So I just press here create file. Okay, so I'll just create file over here. And then where I want to save, I basically want to save, like I told you, I want to save in the email. Okay, so save from email. And then after that, what is the name? I'm going to click here, insert dynamic content. And then I want to actually put the attachment name. Okay, because the file name is attachment name. So I click it over here. So attachment name was over here. And then what is the content? So backslash, insert dynamic content. And then see more. Because I want the content. So what content you want to save? So let me just put here attachment content. Alright, so there you go. Once you are done, you can click on the screen over here. And then the next step is, you just press save. Bila kamu tekan save, automatically what you will notice is, you will notice here will name a pop-up. Okay, that your flow has been saved. Your flow is ready to go. So over here, there will be a green color line over here that will show that your flow has been saved. But sometimes if just say you have any error, it will show over here got error. Alright, so this is how it works. So of course sometimes it will take the time. So this is how normally how you can build a project Power Automate flow, whether you can save the file or whether you want to convert to PDF or whether you want to send an email and so on. So in this case, my flow is ready to go and I can test it. So what I'll do is, I'll try to go back over here. So once I go back, okay, of course my flow is ready to go. I press got it. So if you notice over here, the name of the flow is receive email and save file. The status is on and so on. So what I need to do is I need to do testing, or maybe sometimes whenever the file has been sent, it will work. So let me just go over here. I compose an email. So just say we do have the sender. So the sender is 𝗧𝘂𝘀 and he want to send to my email. So my email is over here. Let me just click it over here. So this is my email. And if you remember, let me just go back here. Let me just press edit. If you remember, what I say is, if just say I received the email from this person, the budget, the subject has a budget, the subject has the budget name or content budget name. So in this content, what I'm going to do is, I want to write here, just say, it could be any name, but I'm going to write here budget. And what I want to do is, I want to send a file. So I'll go to my folder and I'll send this file over here. So this file is thesis. I just click here, put it over here, and I press send. Okay, so when I press send, what you will notice is, just say there's another department, they send to my email and they send to my email, which is this folder. So what happened is, by right, you want to actually save in this folder. You want to save in this folder. So what you can do is, you can go to your Power Automate, the web page over there, and you can actually click refresh. So sometimes it'll take to about 1 to 5 minutes. So you'll click refresh. Once you click refresh, over here, it will show whether your flow has been succeeded, or the flow is running, or the flow is failed. So what I want to do is, I'll just click it over here. So you need to click several times so that it has been refreshed. So it'll take about like couple of times, maybe a few seconds, or maybe 1 minute to 5 minutes, okay, the max. So I'll just click refresh just to show to you. So if you notice right now, our flow has been succeeded. So now let me just click it over here. When I click it over here, you notice over here got 0.5 seconds, here got 2 seconds, meaning to say it takes about 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds for me. When the email arrives, automatically it will save in the folder and my flow has run successfully. So now when I go to my file over here, you will notice that automatically that this particular file from the email automatically does saved up. So meaning to say, I don't have to I don't have to wait for the email, I don't have to download, I don't have to save as, automatically it will save here. Maybe we need to do one more time so that you can understand. Let us try one more time. So right now what I want to do is, I want to actually reply this email. So the same email, you want to send a new email also can, you want to reply this email also can, up to you. So I want to reply this email because I want to actually receive an email from this particular sender. So what I'll do is, this time not one file, maybe I send 2 files. Okay, this B file, June file, I send, I save. And then what I'll do next is, I want to actually click send over here. Bila kamu tekan send over here, of course, it will click send, and then what happen is you just need to go to your Power Automate. Okay, let me just go back. So like I told you, if you want to refresh ke apa, you can just click here. But if just say you never click, of course, when after few days or after few hours, automatically the file will pop out over here. So just say when I click here refresh, what you will notice is, okay, eventually there will be another flow running, or it will show a status of succeeded. Or if just say the flow has been failed, it will show us fail. So I'll just have to click this several times. Okay, I'll click here one time and I'll click here one more time to show about the status. So right now it's running. Okay, so what I need to do is, I just have to click over here. Once I click over here, then my flow has run successfully. And then eventually when you go to your folder, save from email, initially we only have this, but now we have another 2 files. So this is basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Power Automate is. Power Automate is whereby kita nak automate a task without doing things repeatedly, without doing things manually. It's a hustle. So in this case, like for example, I work as an accountant, I receive email from other department, and then what happened is, I actually want to download the file in a particular folder. Just like that. But just say kan, what if just say you ask me, Ellen, okay, now we know that we receive email, but what if just say I want to send the email? I want to send the email. That means whenever I save the file save already, then automatically send to the sender. How am I supposed to do that? Okay, so now let me just put it. Okay, just say I need, sometimes when we prepare dashboard reporting, or we do prepare internal memos, or maybe any claims report, normally what we do is we save the file. Okay, we save the file. So just say I have a claims report, a sales report. The first thing is I need to save the file. And what if just say my manager wants it in a PDF version? So I need to save as PDF version. And then eventually what I want to do is, I want to email the PDF to the recipient. Okay, recipient. So just say this is my work. So instead of me manually save as PDF, then once save as PDF, then I have to actually, go to my email, click compose, click new message, and send the PDF to the recipient. So I can use Power Automate to actually generate a flow from saving the file up to emailing to the PDF. Okay, emailing the PDF to the recipient. So let's get started. So now what I want to do is, I just want to go back over here and I want to create another new flow. So once I create another new flow, what you'll notice is over here we do have automated cloud flow. You can also schedule, you can also use desktop flow, or you can also process mining. In this case, it will enhance the existing flow. So what I want to do is, I want to go to automated cloud flow. Once I click over here, okay, you can put any random name. It's up to you. Okay, but bear in mind, you need to have at least 3 characters. So in this case, what I want to do is, I want to save as PDF. And then what is my next work? My next work is send email. Itu saja. Okay, so what is my starting point? My starting point is whenever the file does save or the file the other, automatically convert to PDF and then send email. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll write here file created. Okay, when the file is created, that means it depends on you. Are you using OneDrive or OneDrive for Business? So in my case, I'm using OneDrive for Business. So I'm going to click it over here. I press create. So once I press create, so of course we do have invalid parameters. Why? Because there's no information. If you want to click the information, you just click it over here. So right now they want to know where you save the file. Okay, so in this case, what I'm going to do is I want to go to folder 1. So just say I have any document like claims report, sales report, I want to save over here. Once save over here, I want to go to save as PDF. So here dia memang save as PDF. So once save as PDF, automatically email me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to go here and I want to write here folder. I just click on this folder where I want to save the original file. The original file I want to save in folder 1. Okay, done. Next is what advanced parameter. Let me click show all. So is in the folder 1 got any subfolder or not? Well, it's up to you. In my case, I don't have to include the subfolder. And what is the infer content type? They basically want to know what is the type. Is it a .pdf or .excel and so on? So I'm going to press it yes so that they recognize what is the type of the file. And let me click plus sign over here. So now you have a file created. But when my manager wants it to save as a PDF, so I need to convert. I don't have to actually save as PDF. I just press convert. OneDrive for Business, click convert. So now when I press convert, you just notice over here, I actually cannot select the folder. You look here carefully, I click here, so nothing happened. I click here, so nothing happened. So what they want is they want the unique identifier. So they want to identify what is the unique. So in this case, if you want to type anything, you cannot type like that. You need to write backlash first. Once you write backlash, either you want to write an expression or you want to write a dynamic content. Expression means something like coding, you need to type. But this time, I don't want to type it out. I just want to insert dynamic content. So whenever my file created, I want to actually, you see the word here, identifier. So I want to find the file identifier. Done. Once I click over here, so the target type, this identify the content and then save as PDF. But if you want in a different format, you can choose, up to you. In this case, I want in PDF. Not I want, but my manager want. Okay, so I just click it over here. Then I click on this plus. Okay, so when file created, convert PDF. When you convert, okay, very good. But what you need to do is you need to save the file. So I put here, create the file. Okay, so you create the file in Business, OneDrive for Business, click it over here. And then what I want to do is we have folder path, we have file name, we have file content. So where you want to save the file? Like I showed to you, folder 1, whenever we have the documents in folder 1, I want to save in save as PDF. So what I need to do is I need to go here. You can just click here. So here we do have the root. So click here. I want to go and save in where? Save as PDF. Okay, this is a folder. The folder name is save as PDF. What is my file name? I click here backlash, insert dynamic content. So just now we do have two actions. When a file created, convert file. So my file name is, I want to follow the file name of the PDF. Okay. And then what I want the content also. So click here backlash file content. Just like that. Then what I do is I just click on the white color screen. So now I have already converted as PDF and eventually it will save as a PDF in that dedicated folder. But my next task is my manager, he needs the email, right? So I need to send the email. So I'm going to write here email. When I type here email, you will notice it depends. Either you want to send by Gmail or you want to send in a normal mail. In my case, since in Office, we use Office 365. So we send an email. So once I click over here, so who I want to send? I want to send to this manager. So this person I want to send. And then what I want to do is I want to put here maybe I want to put here budget report. Okay, budget report. And then I have a dedicated email. Hello and a very good day. Kindly refer to the attached file. Should you have any questions, feel free to contact me. So this is just a sample email, and then thanks and best regards. And then you can put your name and so on. Okay, so we want to send to this particular person. The name is the subject, budget, and then this is the body. Don't forget, we need to put the attached file because sometimes we make mistake. Kindly refer the attached file but never send the file. So we need to go to show all because we want to send the attached file. So the attached item is basically, what is your attachment name based on what you converted. So I'm going to put here backlash, insert dynamic content, and our convert file is file name. The content is in a PDF. So click it over here based on the content. So now this is the data, and what I do is I click here save. When you press save, it will either show two things. Number one, your data, like you see your flow is ready to go. If just say got any error, over here will show red color and it will pop out error. So what you need to do is you need to go back. So now I need to do what? I need to save my file in the folder 1. So I'll just go to my folder 1. Maybe I just save this particular file. So here we have like a thesis. So I'm going to go copy this. Okay, copy and paste. So when I copy and paste, so right now you know in folder 1 got thesis. What happened is, okay, in Power Automate you just need to click refresh over here. So once you click refresh, what you will notice is eventually over here the flow will either show the status, either it's running, fail, or succeeded. Okay, sometimes you need to wait about 1 to 5 minutes to let the flow run and so on. So I'll just press refresh. Okay, so let me just click refresh one more time. So it will take some time. Okay, so let me just do. So the mouse is 1 to 5 minutes lah actually. Okay, so right now it's running. Okay, I just click over here. So once I click over here, they will show me, okay, it takes 1 second for the file to create it. It takes 6 seconds for the file to convert from, normal file to PDF. And then they have already saved the file and then eventually they'll send an email. So what I need to do is I need to go to my inbox and I need to see here whether got any email or not. Because by right, I want to save as PDF and eventually it need to send to the particular recipient, right? So I have sent. So you see here, hello and a very good day, kindly refer and then save as PDF. So if just say you want to try, is it okay ke? Memang let us try another file. Because we have routine tasks. We don't tell me you have to do everything one by one. And when things are going to AI, there is a possible statement of AI replacing human. So sometimes we need to be fast and furious. So let me just do another file. Let me see if I have another file. If I have, it's great. If I don't have, it's not good. Okay, so no, I don't have the file. I have the notes. Okay, now mind. Let me just use these notes. And let me paste in my folder 1. So when I paste in folder 1, okay, now I already paste, right? Okay, so if you see in the save as PDF, right now got thesis. So now it's being like running. Okay, the flow is running. And then eventually you will notice in your email, you will receive another report. You will receive another report. The report will show whether that, it will take some time actually. Okay, so just let's wait and see if the magic works. Boom, there you go. So right now you have another attachment saved as PDF and sent to the particular recipient. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what Power Automate is. You don't have to do one by one with just one click like how Thanos snapped his finger, and this is how you have done it. So yeah, so did you learn something new? If you learned something new, can you type yes in the chat box, my dear friends? If just you have any questions, you just tanya je lah. Okay, I have no problem, you can ask me. Okay, so alright, so thank you for saying yes. Yeah. Alright, so now at least we know what is Power Automate, what Power Automate does. There are actually many things that we can explore and so on. So we have another task and so on. So you can actually create and so on. But I need to explain the theory part so that you can actually understand what is Power Automate and what Power Automate does actually. Okay, so just to let you know, what is Power Automate? Okay, so I need to go back. This is a theory time. Okay, now we have done this task. So now you lebih kurang faham. But now let me teach you what is Power Automate. You see here, Power Automate, like I told you, it can actually automate a task. Okay, but we have the web base and we have the desktop base. Like how Power BI got Power BI desktop. Okay, the same thing also, Power Automate also they have Power Automate desktop over here. What you are looking right now is Power Automate desktop. This one here, just to let you know, the thing is you don't need Office email to actually download Power Automate. what you can do is you can actually go to your Microsoft Store, like how our phone we have Apple Store, we have Play Store. Let it go. So in your laptop you have Microsoft Store, but bear in mind if you are using MacBook, of course MacBook they don't have Microsoft Store. MacBook they have Apple Store. Power Automate is from Microsoft, so it's only in Microsoft Store. So let me just click it over here. Let me show you what is Power Automate. You need to type here Power Automate. Once you type it out over here, and then like how you download Temple Run, you download WhatsApp, you can also download Power Automate. You just click it over here and then you can download. So once you download, so then you already have this Power Automate over here. So if you look here carefully, this is Power Automate. So you can actually create any flow. But just to let you know, like you see, just now what I do is I save in my OneDrive. OneDrive, normally when you have corporates in companies, in corporate world, they have OneDrive. But what if they say I have a personal thing, I want to save in my desktop. So when you want to save in desktop, this is where you will use Power Automate Desktop. Okay, so now there are confusion like do I need to pay, do I need to have Office account? Okay, the reality is in order to use Power Automate, you need to have Microsoft account. Like how you have Gmail, Yahoo Mail, you need to have Microsoft account. So anyone who is working, automatically they will have the company email. When you have company email, you can actually access to this Power Automate web. But just say I don't want to pay money, I want to use my personal Microsoft account. Then you can use Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. Okay, just to let you know, with Gmail you cannot use Power Automate Desktop. You need to have a Microsoft account. Even a free one also, you need to have a Microsoft account. But the problem is it's limited to certain features only. Okay, so web-based, okay, for companies and so on. So what web-based can do? They can do a lot of things, like maybe and you want to save the files in your SharePoint, in your Microsoft team, a lot of things. Desktop, anything in your laptop. Anything happens in your laptop, that's how Power Automate can automate the task. Anything in your laptop. Alright. And then after that, okay, just to let you know, since you know what is Power Automate, I'll just explain in brief what Power Automate is. Okay, so let me just go to my screen. Automate Cloud Flow. Automate Cloud Flow is whenever a trigger happens. Just say you save the file, you get the email, you send the email, automatically something happens. Okay, this one is instant cloud flow is you do it when you manually need it. Schedule is whenever there is a meeting happens every week, email received every week. Whenever there's a scheduled task, what to do? Like this one, whenever you receive an email, automatically will save as PDF. But this one, the email, what time the email receive? What to do after you receive the email? This one they follow the time. This one when you want AI to actually help you to run a specific task. And then after that over here is this one is on your computer. This is to improve your existing process flow that you have. Okay, so my friends, did you learn something new? Do you understand? If you understand, you can show thumbs up.